Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a website using Microsoft SQL Server and ASP.NET. So for this tutorial, we will be creating database in Microsoft SQL Server. So we will need the SQL Server information, login information. So we're also going to publish our website on IIS web server. So we are going to use the IIS content path as well. So the first thing we need to do is to prepare a database. Okay, so because we're going to use SQL Server as the backend database, so we need to connect to the SQL Server at IU. So if you're working on this tutorial from STC Lab, then this software is available on all the STC Lab. For me, because I'm working from my own computer, I'm actually starting SQL Server Management Studio from IU Anywhere. So this is under main database and then SQL Server Management Studio. So I already started the software. So the first thing I need to do is to connect to the SQL Server. Okay, so I can use the information from the WebDB, and the server name is server name is db.webteach.iu.edu, and I need to select the SQL Server authentication, and I need my login username as well as my password. So in this case, I'm going to remember my password. So then, so make sure that you select database engine, have the correct server name and your login and password. So now I can connect. Okay, so when you first connect, you will see that there is a list of things on the right hand panel, Object Explorer. So if you expand the database, you will be able to see everybody's database on this server. Okay, because I'm going to use my own database. So let me find my database here. Okay, so that's me. So at this point, I already have 3 tables. Okay, when you open your table, you probably right now don't have any tables under your account, but don't worry, we're gonna create these tables in this tutorial. All right. So now we need to start a new query. That's going to work out. That's going to open a SQL worksheet for us. So I need to add the SQL script. So for that, you need to go to the group day. Okay, and that's the DDL demo script that we're gonna use. So because I already have this script on my computer, I can just copy the script. So this is the script. So I'm going to select all, Control A, and I will Control V, paste that in my worksheet. Okay, I can close this. So you can see now I am using my own database. So for you, if you want to connect this to your database, you need to change this database name to be your login name. Okay, so you need to make the change to the first line of the code. And so in this script, I will first delete any order table, part table, supplier table, and we will then create those tables, and we will add some sample data to each of the 3 tables. Okay, so let me execute the code. Okay, so now the code is executed. If you refresh the view, and if you go to the your database now, you should be able to the 3 tables. So here is my table. So you can see now I have those 3 tables ready. So now we prepare the data, and we can go ahead and close SQL Server. Okay, so later on we are going to connect our website to this little database that we just created. All right, so let me go ahead and close this one. I don't want to save. All right, so now we will start the web development. So for this tutorial, we are going to use ASP.NET, and the software that we are going to use is called Microsoft Visual Studio, and it's 2015 in the STC lab. So I already have that installed on my computer, so I will start Visual Studio 2015. Okay. So so in the lab, so when you first start this software, you will see a welcome screen, ask you to create an account with Microsoft. You can safely ignore that for now, and then you can select your development settings. So choose web development, and you can use the default color scheme. All right, so so now let's start to create a project. So let me go to File, New Project. Okay, so for this tutorial, we're going to use Visual Basic. So under Template, make sure that you select Visual Basic and go to Web. And here, the network, .NET framework, we're going to use 4.5. And we are going to create ASP web application. Okay, so I'm going to rename my project name to my username, and I also going to change this to, I want to put this on my desktop. Okay, I have a 307 folder, so I'm going to put my project in this folder. Okay, so when you work in the lab, make sure that you select a local location for storing your project. Do not use a Box or Dropbox cloud location. When you use cloud location, that will give you a lot of errors later on. Okay, so make sure that you uncheck this box for creating directory for solution. So for me, this is already unchecked. So I can click OK. And for this tutorial, we're going to start with an empty template. Okay, and make sure that you uncheck host in the cloud. Make sure this is unchecked. Then you can click OK. So it may take a few seconds to create a new project. Once it's done, you will see a blank screen here. Okay, so on the right hand side, by default, we are in the Server Explorer, and then you can click the different tabs to go to different explorers. So the tool that we're going to use a lot will be Solution Explorer, which will give us an overview of all the web pages we currently have on the website. And the other is Server Explorer. Okay, so this will connect our website to the backend SQL Server database. So let me go to Solution Explorer. You can see that I don't have any web pages now. So now the first thing I want to do is to connect my project to the SQL Server database that we just created. So to do that, we need to go to Tools, and we need to connect to database. So the server name here again is db.webteach.iu.edu. So this can be found under WebDB. Okay, so that's a SQL connection. Okay. So I'm going to use SQL Server authentication, and I need to input my username and my password. I'm going to save my password. and I'm going to select a database name. So for me, because I have a master account, so I can select all the databases for students enrolled in 307. But for you, you will see only one database that's belong to you. So for me, I will going to select the database under my account. And let me test the connection. And looks like connection is okay. So let me click OK. Alright, so now on the right hand side, you can see we have a connection under data connection. So if you click on the icon to expand the view, you will be able to see the 3 tables that we created earlier in SQL Server. Okay, so order table, part table, and supply table already there. So later on, we're going to connect our web page to those 3 tables.